Good morning, everyone. This is Curtis Hawks with Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and I want to welcome everybody to our meeting today. We've got some very exciting news on a program that we have had in development for a very long time. So we're really excited to give everybody a first glimpse of what this is going to look like. I know we've got a lot of agents on the call today, so before getting into our main topic, I did want to talk about some of the additional ways that IAMS is here to add value and enhance your business. First up, we have our new producer builders, and this is a great program if you're new to IAMS. In your first 6 months with us, as you're producing business, you can see that we have a number of tiers there on point totals, and you can qualify for a variety of different things, whether it's marketing support, creative design, cash, trips, you name it. And so this is a program that you automatically get enrolled in when you get started with us. And if you've got questions on that, feel free to reach out, talk to a sales director over here. That number is 800-255-5055. In addition to that, we've got our referred producer program. If you know of an agent who maybe isn't quite happy with their current IMO relationship, or you think they might be a good fit over here, send them our way. Not only will you get a $50 bonus when they first get contracted, but on an ongoing basis, you can accrue additional revenue on their production. We'll take care of all the service. You don't have to do anything except sit back and collect checks. And so it's a great way to generate an additional revenue flow coming back to you. In addition to that, we've got our marketing reimbursement program. As you can see there, you can earn $100 for every $100,000 of qualifying indexed annuity premium. And then on the life insurance side, you can earn $200 for every $100,000 of single premium life and $200 for every $10,000 of life target. And if you've got questions on those, again, feel free to reach out, talk to one of the sales directors over here. That number is 800-255-5055. In addition to that, I've got to touch on back office support. That's been a cornerstone for IAMS for the last 38 years, whether it's on the front end from a case design or marketing standpoint to going through the submission to commission process. The team does an amazing job over here and has a singular focus of helping you grow your practice and make life easier. And so if you haven't tested that out, I would definitely encourage you to do so. The IAMS website. And that's the main topic for today, but even with what we're going to be talking about, in addition to that, we've got quoting software on there for life and annuities, access to online links, the ability to do e-applications. We also have our sales resource library, which is a wealth of knowledge. It's a whole portfolio of consumer-facing pieces that you can use and instantly download off of our website that covers a range of topics, whether it's annuity basics and life insurance to inherited IRAs and everything in between. And you just need to be contracted to be able to access that. And so if you've got questions on how to do that, reach out, talk to a sales director over here. Again, that number is 800-255-5055. In addition to that, we integrate with all of the top e-app platforms for all of your business. We also have a breakdown, and I'll give you an example of that, of what carriers integrate with what platforms. And so if you've got questions on that, again, reach out, talk to a sales director over here. We also have our creative department, and creative really is the key word. It's a very seasoned team that has a skill set across multiple mediums, whether it's video, website, graphic design, print marketing, you name it. And so the team does a really amazing job, and I think one of the key benefits with them is that they just specifically focus in the financial services space. I'm sure many of you have used third-party ad firms in the past, and I think one of the challenges that you have is that the financial services space really is a unique industry, and a lot of the things that might work in other industries don't necessarily translate over to the financial services space. And so with the IAMS creative team, you get a team of industry professionals that really understand what your business looks like and what it is that you're trying to create. We also have IAMS Wealth Management. So we have set up an RIA, and I'm actually going to launch the first of 3 polls today. But we really have seen over the last several years, and I'm sure many of you have, a gradual shift to where more and more agents are looking at incorporating AUM into their practice. And so IAMS Wealth is really designed for that advisor who, in addition to doing life and annuities and other types of insurance products, is wanting to add that piece that spoke to their business. And so they do a great job as far as their offerings, service, et cetera. And so if you've got questions on that and would like to learn more, definitely check yes on the poll. We'll have somebody reach out to you from there. So I'll go ahead and get that closed down here. Life and Annuity Academies. So we just wrapped up our first one a few weeks ago, and these really are an amazing opportunity. When you're out in the field, you're spending time in your business, whether it's prospecting and marketing or dealing with clients or IMOs or carriers, you name it. And it's tough to take a step back and spend some time on your business. And that's really what our Life and Annuity Academies are all about. I'll go ahead and I'll launch our second poll today here. But these are great opportunities to drill into what are the top things going on in the annuity space? What are the top things going on in the life insurance space? What are the most current marketing trends? Being able to hear from top producers talk about their practice and what's creating success for them, what are pitfalls to avoid. And I think one of the neat things about the Academy is not only will you learn things that you can implement and can have a long-term impact on your business, but you'll also learn things that you can go back and immediately implement into your business. And so if you're interested in that, definitely check yes. These events fill up very quickly. We typically have about 30 to 40 agents at a time. And so we've got our next Academy coming up here at the end of July. And registrations are already very active on it. So I'll go ahead and get this closed down. But definitely, if you're interested, check yes, and we'll have a sales director reach out to you on it. So get that closed down here. Lastly, make sure to like us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We syndicate a lot of content, whether it's on products, product rates, marketing, business best practices, and we do a lot of that on social media. And so it's one of the quickest ways to get information from us. So I'm going to go ahead and switch presenters here real quick. So as I alluded to, and as you saw in the email, we have been diligently working to enhance the user experience for our agents on the IAMS portal. And one of the ways that we've done that is partnering with Luma. So with me today on the call, I've got Jay Charles. He's the Director of Annuity Products with Luma. And we're going to be going through and giving you a first look at what is this actually going to be. And we'll actually have some additional information at the end of this because not only will, in the next couple of weeks, you see some significant enhancements to your experience, but we've actually got additional things that we're going to be incorporating as we go as well. So, Jay, I really appreciate you taking some time to be with us today, and I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, and we're excited to bring this technology to all the IAMS agents and advisors. What I'll do today is I'll take you through the platform that will be accessed seamlessly through your login and website on the IAMS platform. I'll just fire up my screen here and we can start going through it. One thing I'll highlight is that it will be seamlessly accessible through the IAMS website through a number of different ways up here on the top from EAP Solutions, as well as from the annuity page as a tile called Luma Firelight. Once you click that, you'll go straight into the IAMS experience here, and what you'll see here is your dashboard. One thing I'll highlight about the platform that IAMS is bringing to you is it's truly an end-to-end experience. It starts with the learning and education component where you can complete product training, as well as do additional research into marketing collateral available from the carriers that you use at IAMS. The marketplace is really where you can spend your time researching, better understanding products, comparing products side by side, and finding top product rates. And then ultimately the lifecycle manager will be where you can go to begin to manage your in-force book of business. Here on the dashboard, we bring all that together. In the annuity events area, you see some of the key events coming up in your book of business. As I scroll down here, you see the top rates. We've pre-configured a number of save views here for you, so you can see who has the top 3-year, 5-year MIGA rates, as well as 5-year and 7-year S&P caps as it relates to FIAs. You can build your own save views, and I'll highlight that when we get into the product rates area. Also, you have an application tracker that can help you keep track of where different applications are during the Firelight application process. And then finally, a quick snapshot into your annuities portfolio, broken down by, so this is all your in-force policies broken down by product type. As I mentioned, there's 3 key components here: the Learning Center, the Marketplace, and the Lifecycle Manager. Going into the Learning Center first, we have 2 key pieces of content here in the Learning Center. The first key piece of content, which you'll find under My Courses here, are those annuity product training courses. So these are the required courses that front and center you see here, Athene AccuMax 7, would require you to take prior to submitting an application for their product. You can complete that training here. We'll communicate that training completion directly to the carrier, and you'll be able to submit that business with confidence. The other key aspect of the Learning Center is in the resources area. This is organized by carrier, and you can click into any carrier here and be able to access additional product collateral that carrier has loaded onto the platform. So this is where you'd find client brochures, product highlights, and so on and so forth for the products represented through your relationship with IAMS. Moving on into the marketplace, this is really probably where you'll spend most of your time. And it's where we see reps and advisors like yourselves gaining a lot of benefit from a powerful platform like this. As you come in, the first thing you want to do is just select the state that your client is in, as well as their age. And then from here, we've got a couple key views here in the marketplace. The first key view is the marketplace view. This shows a full view of every product that's available through your IAMS relationship. And it's showing the high-level product profile information on this tab. So we'll take Allianz 222 here. You can see some of the high-level information like carrier financial ratings. It's the surrender schedule, max and min premium, as well as some rider information. You can also click in to get a quick fact sheet by clicking that button, and this will give you a sense of some of the additional specifics around the product that you see here as you scroll down. The marketplace is more than just product profile information. We also have availability within the product rates tab, which I'll go to next, as well as the income comparison tab. For the product rates tab here, this is powered by those saved views that we saw earlier. So I can go to my saved views, I can pull up my 3-year MIGA views if I'd like, and I can immediately see a ranking of top 3-year MIGA products. Now, you don't have to just utilize this view. You can actually even go into additional filters, and you can actually filter out additional products as you'd like using this. So maybe if I didn't want MVA, for instance, I could take MVA off. It would kick out those products, and now I'm looking at the 3-year MIGAs without MVA in this case. If you want to save your own view, you can actually come here for Save Current View, and then I could just title this one 3-year MIGA, no MVA. And then save that quickly, and you can see that saved right here as a custom view of my own. So we've already seeded 4 key views for you, and then you can build your own as you please. A couple things I'll highlight here in addition to the product rates view. You can see your rate effective date over here on the right-hand side. This is when this rate went into effect. We update this rate information 4 times a day to ensure that you always have the latest and greatest rate information. Furthermore, we also give you the ability to export these rates to a PDF. So this is a fantastic way, and we see agents and advisors using this to help just document some of the research that they've done, and ensuring that should anyone ever come asking, questioning why they made some of the decisions they made, they have this to refer to, has a date when this was run, has any filters that you applied, and then how you sorted this, this particular sheet here. In addition to that, has additional high-level product information beyond just what you saw on screen. The other item I'll just highlight here from a save view perspective, I'll just quickly pull up some 5-year FIAs ranked by their S&P annual point-to-point cap rate. You can see that here, ranked by cap rate. And so similar to before, you can also export this to a PDF. So this is primarily focused on those rate-driven products. So there's fixed rate annuities, the MYGAs, as well as FIAs from a crediting strategy standpoint. Next area I'd like to highlight for you is the income comparison area. So similar to product rates, this allows you to rank all products that you have available on your IAMS shelf by the income that they could deliver for a particular client scenario. So I can come over here, I can select my product types, I can enter my initial premium that my client's interested in, the state and the age come over from the previous screen, and I can select my primary start age, say this 60-year-old wants a 10-year deferral period to 70. They can select different market scenarios that they'd like to run it through, 0% being a guaranteed market scenario, so no market appreciation, just 0% return. And then the moderate forecast corresponds to an average market scenario as dictated by a Monte Carlo simulation. If there's a joint annuity, you can highlight that here. I'll hit submit, and then since I've selected DIAs and SPIAs as well to include in this income comparison, I have additional information I can collect here to ensure that the quote that I receive for DIA and SPIA is the most accurate. From here, I can load it's loading in. Now I'm looking at every product on this shelf that has a product rider, as well as my DIAs and SPIAs here. I'll just orient you quickly to what you're seeing here. You got the carrier product name right over here. You see each scenario, it says 0% and then moderate forecasts listed as super headings. We also have, you can see within each scenario, the initial income that client would receive, the lowest potential income that client would receive within that scenario, as well as the highest. For those of you familiar with this particular rider, the max income rider, it actually starts you at a higher income and drops that income once you exhaust the account value. So that's why you see kind of income potentially reducing from its initial level here. And then moderate forecast follows a similar trend. You can also utilize these filters to filter out, say, specific carriers that you maybe have not had a great experience with in the past. You can certainly hone it in based on surrender period. Income may reduce. This one is indicating for that core bridge product, as an example, maybe I don't want my income to reduce, so I'll uncheck yes, and that'll kick out that core bridge rider that we had right there at the top. You also have filters around free withdrawals, MBA, and ROP as well. So let's say this is, you're kind of satisfied with this ranking, you've applied the necessary filters. Maybe I just happen to catch that there's an advisory product here. Maybe we don't want any advisory products to be considered. I can actually pop those off as well. So now I'm just looking at more traditional brokerage commission-based products here. From here, I can actually export this to a PDF as well. Again, we're all in the name of documentation, helping you ensure that you have all the proper research in place to help if there's ever any questions around best interest, suitability, or other types of questions from regulators. From here, you can actually see the ranking for this export. You can also see the filters that have been applied, as well as, again, the product information row by row, similar to what you saw with product rates. Going back from here, there's another key comparison that you can also run. So this is an example of a side-by-side comparison available on the platform. I'll select FIAs in this case. I'll select, maybe I want FIA products with an income rider. So I'll make sure that optional and mandatory are highlighted there. I'll select a, maybe I'm focused on a 7-year products only. So I'll select 7-year for my surrender period. And now I'm looking at the 22 products on this shelf in the marketplace that have, that meet that criteria. I'll select 3 products to do a side-by-side comparison. So as I click the check mark, it populates down here in this little shopping cart. I'll select Athene Agility 7 as well. And then let's grab one more product. We'll grab that Power 7 Protector Plus product. I can hit compare at this point. And now this launches a 3-product side-by-side comparison. So I can go in here, I can enter the initial premium, $100,000 in this case. I'll enter the income start age of 70. And now what we can do is really hone in on the specific aspects of the product and specific qualities that you'd like to select and features. So income rider, it's in red here, it's required. I'll select the level income rider, and then once I've made that selection, I can see all the crediting strategies with their current rates here. In this case, I'll just select an S&P point-to-point. I'll say save allocation, and now I'm left with Athene Agility 7. The income rider has been pre-selected here. It's built into the product in this case. I'll select a annual point-to-point crediting strategy powered by S&P and save that allocation. And then for the last product, I again have an option for an income rider, and I'll select a similar crediting strategy in this case. All of our analytics are based off the historical performance of the index, applying today's crediting strategy rates. So for, in the case of this product and the S&P 500, you can go all the way back to 1928 to run different economic scenarios through these products. In this case, I'm actually going to select just a 10-year period. I'll do the most recent 10-year period and generate the comparison. What we do here in this comparison is we're actually answering the 3 key questions we're asked most by advisors. The first key question is, how is this product going to help my client grow account value over time? So we tell that accumulation story, starting at that $100,000 premium and then looking over the next 10 years of accumulation up until income start for the 3 products. Looks like Athene Agility 7 here, having the highest account value growth. No surprise, given it's a 6% cap versus 5.5% and 5.75%. We also tell the income story. So this shows the 3 distinct income riders. I always find this one interesting. You've got kind of at the start, Athene Agility 7, core income, and then Power 7 at the highest. Over time, what you actually see is when you exhaust that account value out of that Power 7 product, you actually drop that income over time. And at roughly that same period is when Athene Agility's growing income feature also surpasses the product, and you can see that play out over time as well. The final item I'd like to show you is what we call the efficient frontier. So the efficient frontier is our assistance to you as an agent and advisor to be able to really understand how these crediting strategies within these more complex products can drive the best client outcome. So one thing, as you guys I'm sure are aware, these products can sometimes have 20, even 30 different crediting strategies attached to it. So how do you know which one's going to drive to the best client outcome? So what we've done is we've taken every different combination of crediting strategy. Every single one of these little blue dots here represents a different combination of crediting strategies. We show the return on the y-axis, the volatility or risk on the x-axis down here. We show you your existing allocation. So you can see this is where that core income 7 allocation is for S&P point to point. And then you can find a more optimal allocation by navigating this grid here. What you'll see is for core income 7, that's what the shape of that one looks like. If I was to switch to Athene Agility 7, has a very different shape to it because it has different crediting strategies available. So every product's going to have a different scatter plot based on the options that are available within it, as well as the rates that are available. So going back to core income 7, just highlight here for you. So pretty low allocation for that S&P annual point-to-point strategy. Maybe I want to introduce a bit more risk, but also get a little bit more return from the product. I can select a point somewhere up here on the curve. I could say use allocation. This one happens to correspond to 2 different crediting strategies. It's updated right here. One is S&P annual point-to-point with a cap. So that same crediting strategy as I was in before, but also now we've introduced a Bloomberg indice, a 2-year point-to-point with a par. You could do this for the other 2 products as well by just toggling this little drop down. And then when you're ready, you can hit refresh comparison. This will show, now you can see a bit of an improved performance by core income 7 since I optimized it. I can also story for core income 7 looking a bit better, especially early on. And finally, in the name of, again, documentation, ensuring that this research is documented, and comparisons like this are sometimes very important when it comes to best interest, I can actually hit export, and this exports to a clean PDF showing the date that I ran this, some of the different inputs that I have, a side-by-side of growth, income, a side-by-side of the product profiles, and then also the allocations I've selected across the 3 products. So very powerful, great way for you to kind of, again, document your choices. From here, you can launch directly into your electronic order entry platform, Firelight. And this will allow you to begin the application process seamlessly. So what you can do is you actually can click buy straight from here, and that will first alert you just around a specific training alert for you to check with your new business team, ensure you've completed all necessary requirements. You can hit proceed there, and then this will launch you directly into the Firelight experience that you are likely looks very familiar to. And then you can complete the application just as you would today, directly in Firelight. One thing I'll highlight here is, so I just went through a number of different screens, comparisons, ranking of product rates, ranking by income comparison. Maybe you come into the marketplace and know exactly what you want to buy for your client already. We're not going to slow you down by doing that. You can simply come over here. You could type in the name of the product. Maybe I want to, and you can see as I'm starting to type it in, I'm already filtered down the 2 products. I want to buy maybe this Core Bridge product. I don't have to run any comparisons. I don't have to run any analytics. I can just click buy straight from here. And again, it'll launch right into the application for you, as you see here on this tab. And there's that Core Bridge application. Now, I know you guys aren't completing these applications all in one sitting. So you can also now access applications in flight from over here in the marketplace orders area. This will allow you to pick up any application in progress that you'd like. It will also allow you to, again, hit this drop down. You can copy the same product. So copy the application into the exact same product. And this would be a way for you to be able to see that product, bring over all the application details, and maybe make an adjustment to that application should it get rejected. The other thing you could do is, let's say you go into a client situation, there's a particular product you think would be in their best fit. Through that conversation, as you walk through the application, it's determined that it isn't. You can also copy different product so that you can actually bring up that application, port over all the application information into the application of a different product as well. And then something to be, maybe an application is no longer relevant for you. You've gone in a completely different direction. You can also delete applications from here as well. The other place you can access applications quickly is, again, from our dashboard. Just as a reminder, it is sitting right here as the application tracker. You can click view and that will launch right into the application, as well as view all applications will take you to that marketplace order screen that I showed you earlier. Last item I want to highlight here on the platform is our lifecycle manager. So the lifecycle manager is where you go to see your in-force book of business. It's broken down into two key views here. One is the calendar events. So these are the key events coming up or have occurred in your book of business. And then the other one we have here is your full book of business, organized by client, rep. You can see premium information here, all high level. You can click into policies, see additional policy details, as well as allocations across, in this case, crediting strategies for this particular policy. And then also any activity that's happened to date. So a great resource for you to help stay on top of your book of business. Also a great resource for you to be able to find opportunities in your book of business. We have a number of clients that have successfully used this to be able to mine their book of business, find opportunities, especially in a rising rate environment. Some products that might be just out of surrender or approaching surrender could be fantastic opportunities for a renewed client conversation around their needs, given the current market environment. That's everything that we wanted to kind of bring everyone up to speed on as it relates to the platform that IAMS is bringing to you. I'll pause here and pass it back to Curtis for additional comments.
Well, I appreciate it, Jay. I think you did a really good job. And so as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, everybody, you're getting a first look at this, and we're very excited about launching this platform. I think it's really going to enhance the user experience for all of you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this put up here while I'm kind of wrapping up here. If you'd like to get some more information or talk to a sales director about this, just check yes, and we'll have them circle up with you. But in addition to what Jay went through today, so we're going to be taking this live here over the next couple of weeks. I know many of you probably called in and had questions about why did we add multi-factor authentication to the website. This is why, because we're going to start adding all of this content on here, and so that was a process that we had to go through so we could integrate the platform. But in addition to what you've seen today, which is going to be live here within the next couple of weeks, there's going to be even further enhancements that we're going to add. We'll get to a point where you could literally be on the website, doing an e-application, realize, oh darn, I haven't done my licensing yet, and you could literally click the button and request that carrier appointment right there off of the site. So there's a lot of additional things that you'll be seeing here in the coming months. But at the end of the day, all of this is focused on being a helpful resource for all of you and continuing to expand what our offerings are and continue to expand what we can do from a technology standpoint. So, Jay, again, really appreciate you taking some time with us today to walk us through this. So really appreciate it.
Thank you. We're excited to get this in the hands of your agents and advisors, and look forward to helping everyone grow their respective businesses.
Yeah. For those of you on the call, I appreciate you taking some time with us today. We will have additional information that goes out once we actually take this live, and we'll probably do another webinar or two as well, walking through. I know many of you, as you get in there, that'll be one thing that you want to see is maybe some additional training on how to use the platform. But in any case, appreciate everybody taking the time today and hope everybody has an amazing rest of the day. Thanks.